Le 3e étage est à notre portée. Incroyable. Regardez ça. Oula, on passe à travers là. Non, j'allais dire.
This is
La
level
rambarde.
3.
Ah non.
Addy?
Voilà.
Let's look for evidence of Everett.
Allez. Ça, on ne pourra pas, il voudra pas. Il me demandera Everett. J'ai envie de monter, hein, mais bon. On va peut-être aller là déjà. Ah, le
What's the
Simon.
code?
Of course. I'm sorry I don't handle the beams very well.
Well, it shows you care, I guess. Any way of
Yeah.
knowing if this was Everett's room?
The
Sure.
records only give the level. We'll just have to look around.
Only Grace.
Are we allowed to draw on the windows here?
City pin.
Certainly not. The people who did this were looking for trouble.
They were tracking something here. Terracycles, maybe?
They'd lost sync with Earth.
Or the spire lost power. I don't recognize these words. They look like technical or medical terms. A list of supplies, maybe.
On sait rien quoi.
List of demands.
Donc on n'a pas fait celui qui était derrière nous. Mais est-ce qu'on
Here
s'en
you
fout
go.
pas un peu? Oh, putain non, pas le Simon. Putain.
There we go.
Au revoir à tous. J'y croyais pas. Oula.
What are these?
From what I can tell, they're audio recordings.
Of what, I wonder?
We would require a playback device to learn more.
Ah, je prends.
Maybe a way to access the recording through your wrist communicator with the aid of a signal amplifier. But that would only be possible by adding an element of control to my logic processing capabilities.
So you need to create a control and logic configuration.
Like a little brother?
Well, it's the only combination left. May as well, Mom.
All right. Here we go.
Let's go.
Hello?
Maybe he's sleeping.
So you require a tool upgrade.
It's a boy.
We were hoping you could set up my comm device to
Good
help
boy.
play back recordings.
Already done. Just hold your device up to the canister. You will be able to access the recording the same way you've been connecting to other systems.
Okay.
Oh là là.
Hello, Grace. I've thought much about what I'd say when I got here. I know it's important for my parents that I make my wish count. So, I guess I wish for them to be proud of me. Thank you, Grace.
People came here to make wishes?
For Grace to grant?
I'm unclear how she would go about granting the wishes of so many visitors.
So, what should we call the new config?
I do not require a name.
Might make it easier if you had one.
I will let you know if a suitable name occurs to me.
I'll try to think of some too.
Here you
On
go.
va essayer de lui trouver un nom.
I am able to enter the codes directly if you would like.
Let her do it on her own, if she wants.
Pourquoi j'ai fait 2 fois? Ah mais... Et du coup tu le plantes, il le fait à ta place et c'est bon. Bon, on va tout. Ah mais ça... Mais what the fuck.
Someone left a portrait.
Okay, let's go.
All right.
Here, Grace. Najisha, she was so excited when I got the summons. We talked about this for months. Who we could help. Who was most deserving. She honestly believed we could come up with a wish that could make everything perfect. Thank you for choosing me. And thank you for letting me delay coming here. I want to be true to her memory, her wishes, her unlimited love for humanity. But my only wish, the only thought I have, is to have her back. I want her back.
There couldn't have actually been anything Grace could have done for her.
Grace allowed her to voice her grief.
Let's try this one.
Ok.
Mr. Mark Anthony Wong, and I was called to Grace from Station Phoenix. Not sure if anyone will hear this, but the whole tube system is shut down right now. People are not happy, and I'm getting a little scared, to be honest. I'll be locking myself in until the shuttle returns, and I'm leaving this in case something really bad happens.
Ah,
That's a
c'est
little
super.
ominous.
Clearly, these canisters
Yeah.
were not making it through the tube system.
ah putain.
We should inspect the tubes for more.
Good idea.
Of course it is.
Vous avez... Of course it is, bien sûr que je suis trop fort. Attendez. Une dinguerie, attendez. Chaque fois qu'ils parleront trop, je prendrai un petit bout de prince. Voilà, bisous, parce que pourquoi pas. Ah, ils sont tellement vieux qu'ils sont tout mous. Bah.
Oh, I've got one! We can name him Pal Jr.
I was thinking something that sums up what he does.
I can do many things. Pretty much anything you require.
So you're a jack of all trades.
So we could call you Jack.
What do you think of that, Jack?
I will answer to Jack then, if you like.
Here you go.
You can do this one.
Mais,
Of course.
mais... Je pense que ça a marché.
Hey, what happened to the lights?
I believe Control has turned them off, Addy.
Not cool, boss. Control? Unbelievable. Look how beat up this is.
It must have been done in anger.
I believe fear also played a part here.
Allez, go. On hack ça, on réécoute.
Hey, the tube system is no longer accepting wishes. If anyone knows how to reach Keeper Everett, please let him know.
Keeper Everett.
It sounds like keepers were spire caretakers.
When did Everett stay on this floor?
2955.
That's 20 years before this message was recorded.
So he stayed on after his visit and became a keeper? Why was there no record of that?
I would think answers lie at the other end of these vacuum tubes.
From what I can tell, the tube system runs through the central elevator shaft.
Logic? You gonna let us in, considering we know Everett was a keeper?
But do you know what a keeper is?
We'll need access to the elevator to learn more.
Ah, a classic paradox.
Logic.
Fine. If
Ah,
you're
c'est bon.
done snooping around, I will grant you access to the elevator.
Ah.
Or you could uncover more canisters and learn more about the people who came here.
Reaching the beacon is the priority. You must move on.
You're looking pretty smug.
What's the pattern?
Another easy one. Light the four corners of the pad. You really didn't need my help for this one. It would be a common pattern when guessing symbols.
I have to give you something to do, right?
Magnifique.
Look at all
Oula.
the vacuum tubes. Must be one in every room in the settlement.
J'avoue.
Keepers must have been busy.
It's what Grace does with the wishes that should interest us.
Sympa. Est-ce que je devrais m'asseoir et mettre ma ceinture? Oui, mais en fait, j'ai toujours pas de casque. De casque.
Did you like my little game?
You mean the game where you refused to help us?
I
Attendez.
provided you with the opportunity to prove yourself. Why you're
Pourquoi je fais ça? Excusez-moi. Attends, je suis en mode portrait là, en théorie. Pourquoi est-ce que j'ai celui qui est pas en mode portrait? Mais what the fuck? Ah putain, non! C'est les mêmes. Ok, c'est pas grave. Je regarderai après.
here.
I'm an
Excusez-moi.
archaeologist. I'm here to do my job.
I don't think Addie enjoys having obstacles placed in the way of her goals.
We have arrived at our destination.
Ah!
The Spire pilgrims must have gathered here. Do you think Grace appeared to them?
C'est beau.
For what means?
I don't know. Seems like the kind of place to make an entrance.
People will return here
Oh là!
once the beacon is restored.
Les lumières, elles réagissent à sa voix.
Be reunited.
La dinguerie.
Must be some sort of pulpit.
A view out over the masses.
Je vais où? Là-bas.
The masses found their own way up.
Allez, on climb. On escalade, let's go.
Seems to be holding my weight.
Pour l'instant. Ça pue. Il y a du... Il y a quelqu'un. Il y aura quelqu'un juste après. Ça va faire mal parce que t'avais du verre dans le cul, alors ça va faire très mal. Bon, j'ai pas envie de te lire tout ce qui est par terre, donc 1. On avance. Ah. Quiz dans le gap. Se faufiler dans l'ouverture. Évidemment. Allô? Ah, je vois vraiment. R1. Oui, j'ai une lampe torche. J'avais zappé. Bonjour.
Can't make this out.
Non, je prends pas aussi ce qui est par terre. Si vous voulez écouter, faites le jeu. Il est gratuit si vous payez sur le Game Pass.
Do we know where this goes?
Évidemment.
To a funicular that leads to the next section of the spire.
Attends, moi ça m'intéresse pas.
Oxygen tanks. Everett up the ante. Cut off life support here.
Hold on, Addie. The room beyond the airlock is uncompressed. I don't believe it can be sealed. Something must have been compromised.
Ah.
You'll want your helmet on.
Elle m'étonne. Nice. On pressurise.
The tracks ahead lead to the highest point of the spire, known as the lighthouse.
Is that where we'll find Grace's
Le phare.
processors?
Obviously.
Lighthouse, maison de la lumière.
Only worry about the beacon, Addie.
Oui, ta gueule. Oui, il est relou.
Emergency exit?
For certain, it opens to the moon's surface.
Not going there yet. This doesn't look operational.
Bonjour.
Okay.
Come on! It's ice again?
The force needed to break through the ice dam would only come from directing all power to control processors.
Which only
Ah oui, ça monte.
I can do.
C'est le siège.
On one condition.
And what's that?
You shall have no others before me. Cast aside that device on your wrist and continue with me alone.
Oh, hang on.
No, Addie.
No.
But how will I communicate with you?
Mine is the only voice that resonates freely throughout every aspect of the spire.
Bah non.
My words live within the vessel in which you stand now.
Pété un câble, lui.
Through the very walls of the enclave above. Through the many devices and instruments at my control.
Yep, I got it. You're everywhere.
What if she needs another configuration for something?
She will not.
Is there another way to get to the top?
Of course. The funicular is merely the most survivable option.
Throw the device from the funicular window to take your place at my side.
Putain, mais on dirait un site, quoi.
This door leads out into the storm?
To your certain demise. Yes.
He's being dramatic. Your death is only marginally likely.
In theory, you could follow the funicular track up the mountain slope to the base of the lighthouse structure.
It would be dangerous.
So I give up my options by throwing away my comm, or take my chances in the storm?
It's an important decision, to be sure.
Allez, Storm.
Let's not do this, Addie. In taking this risk, you jeopardize all of humanity. Would you deny them my guidance and protection?
This
Oui,
is what will
connasse.
happen when you make ultimatums.
Un couillon man.
Ill
Pardon.
distracting Addie from her true purpose.
We are providing Addie with a variety of perspectives.
Sorry, boss.
Allez, go.
I'm keeping my comm device.
You may not live to regret this, but countless billions in the solar system will.
The storm is...
Ah.
Hello? Must be interference from the storm.
Addie,
Alan?
where are you?
Ah, mais...
Alan, I found Grace.
You need to return immediately, Addie. Your oxygen must be dangerously low.
I'm good, Alan.
You need to listen to me.
If I'd listened to you, we wouldn't have made it past Mars.
Oula.
Wait, did you say Grace is still active?
Not exactly, but I'm working with her oldest service to try to bring her back online.
Well, one of these servers is actively blocking me.
I can guess which one.
You need to get back.
Alan?
Ah, j'aurais bien aimé y aller. Ah merde. Bon bah,
You're
let's
not
go.
considering climbing across that
Si,
structure.
si,
are you?
si. Allez, go.
We have a choice?
There is also a path that descends into the canyon. It looks well worn and preserved over time. which means it's likely sheltered and safe.
And boring.
The funicular structure
Boring.
is faster. And
Chiant.
fun.
Allez, go!
Tease, Addie. The walk will give you time to think. And perhaps a chance for us to talk.
Allez, go!
What are you thinking, Addie?
It's the fastest way to the other side.
Ouais, c'est vrai que c'est un peu con ce que je suis en train de faire. Hein.
Bottom of the canyon.
I'm with you, Addie.
Non, non,
Slow and steady.
c'est un peu con ce que je fais.
Breathe.
Whoa.
Hop là. Non, 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 non.
Great save.
That was too close.
C'était scripté, hein. C'est bien.
Oh boy.
In through your nose. Out through your mouth.
C'est bon.
Control.
On est en contrôle, tout à fait. Pas de blague, hein. Merci. Hop là.
Not sure this was the smartest choice.
Moi non plus.
Nonsense. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger.
But what
Ah.
kills you kills you.
Take it in,
Exactement.
Addie. How many humans can say they've climbed across a train track bridge thingy in a lunar ice storm? We only live once, right?
Not sure that applies to you.
Oh, maybe not. But who knows what's going to happen at the end of all this? We gotta enjoy it while it lasts, right?
Pourquoi j'ai fait ça?
You're right,
Bon.
pal. That's a bit of a stretch.
You can make that, right, Addie?
Je sais pas, hein.
Please consider the consequences here.
You're back.
I never left, Addie. I simply can't. And you can't make that jump.
Allez, go!
It is unlikely, and a failed attempt would risk grave injury.
Listen to logic. You must turn back and take the canyon path.
But we're so close.
Lui, il me pousse. Jump, hein, mais il faut, hein.
Yes.
No.
Non!
You okay?
Ah, ça va, c'est en 0G.
That would be Addie's helmet.
0,3G.
Otherwise, your suit is intact.
Just winded, I think.
Un truc qui va me tomber dessus, là?
I thought for sure you could make it.
Sorry to disappoint.
Your vitals
It's
are still
okay.
good. Can you stand?
Yeah, just give me a second.
Give me a second.
You can say it, Mom. You were right.
I don't want to be right. I want you to be okay. Are you okay?
Not really, but
But you're going to push on.
Ouais, on va
push on.
continuer. Ok, on a réussi.
How much farther?
It's another 50
Oh, une cave.
meters to the base of the lighthouse.
This wasn't so bad then.
Let's
You
go.
still have to find a way into the lighthouse. So there's still time to regret not taking the free ride to the top.
And what would have been the fun in that?
Exactement. Le clipping, hein. Pourtant, c'est pas si loin de moi. C'est abusé.
What's this?
An emergency escape ladder. You could work out the override to bring it down, or see if there's another way up.
Non, non, on va y aller, hein. Override. Attends, donc c'est
So I can bring down the ladder by doing something here.
Of course.
0, 0, 0.
Clever enough.
The path keeps going. We could see if there's another way in.
So what's it going to be, Addie? Something that challenges your mind? Or something that challenges my respect for you?
The numeric override that lowers the ladder is 50 and can be represented in binary. I can give you the sequence.
I happen to know a bit about ancient computer languages. Fine. What is a sequence?
Of course. The sequence is off, on, off, on, off.
Et ben voilà. Nickel. Binary,
I'm
bravo.
not impressed, Addie.
Huh?
You had another opportunity to prove human self-sufficiency, yet didn't take it.
Oh ta gueule.
Let Jack help me? It seemed the fastest way to go.
Bah bien
Addie
sûr.
doesn't need to prove herself. Besides, taking the path of least resistance demonstrates a certain kind of intelligence.
Yeah, what she said.
Let's go.
To the station airlock is unlocked and can be manually opened.
That's
let's go.
convenient. For once.
Allez, on y va. On clique plein de fois frénétiquement. Non, pas du tout. C'est bon.
Who needs
Oula.
control?
You took a foolish risk, Addie.
Ta gueule.
You have arrived at the lighthouse nonetheless.
Exactement.
Yes, well done.
And you may still be redeemed with the activation of the beacon.
Always with the beacon.
Exactement.
Yes, always with the beacon.
Il y a une voix. Hein, tu charges là vraiment? Tout va bien se passer. Ok, hop,
Well, I
cette
need
porte
my
est
helmet.
fermée.
It's never a bad idea. Unless you want to preserve your suit oxygen in case of emergency.
The rooms ahead are safely pressurized, Addie. You're good to go.
Ah, mais c'est Star Wars. Maintenant, c'est Star Wars, quoi.
Do we know if your processors are here?
The room directly ahead was the Keeper's living quarters. Grace processors are somewhere above.
Oui, c'est vraiment
Pretty basic accommodations.
basique. Let's go.
This door certainly looks important. How do we get in?
That's curious. I have no access to this door, nor do I see any way of opening it.
Ça, c'est le culte, quoi.
Feels solid.
There aren't any hidden switches, if that's what you're thinking.
Couillonne, bien sûr que si.
The triangle here must be the spire, which would represent Grace. And this would be the pilgrims coming to Grace. This is the same symbol that's on the Keeper's door.
Ah oui?
So I assume it represents the Keeper. This ring here seems to connect the Keeper to Grace.
Curious that the Keeper is situated above Grace. Would you agree, Control?
Coincidence.
The human in the loop, I guess? So, if this is the symbol of the Keeper, I figure only the Keeper was allowed to enter here.
Maybe the Keeper had a key for the door.
As we've been saying, there is no mechanism for a key or any other.
Ah, mais là, il a changé. Le keeper, il est au milieu maintenant.
Nothing here either.
Well, you're nothing if not predictable.
Just making sure.
Mais si, ça a changé. Non? Je sais pas.
Looks like someone's being selected from a group.
Voilà.
Human sacrifice.
I'm guessing it's the Keeper.
The depiction seems to imply they were chosen from the masses on pilgrimage here.
Faithful, vigilant, willing.
Willing.
That sounds so familiar.
The ancient tenets of the human in the loop.
Grace's architects must have been more fearful of losing control over AIs than we are today because they gave them so much responsibility. I mean, it makes sense. Grace was the greatest AI undertaking in human history.
Ok.
Maybe the Keeper was the key. Maybe the door would open for him.
Are you not already the Keeper? You are the only human in the loop here.
Ah,
Bien sûr.
but does Addie qualify based on the 3 tenets?
I would say Addie has proven to be virtuous and faithful.
But I'm not willing?
Mais si.
Are you willing to become the new Keeper?
If it means I'm able to activate Grace. But how would I prove I'm willing?
Maybe you can just tell the door you're the new Keeper.
That's idiotic.
I'm the Keeper?
Ha! Say it like you mean it.
I'm the Keeper.
Congratulations
Voilà.
on your new job, Addie.
Yeah, congrats.
I'm the keeper.
My God.
Oh, c'est beau.
This is really it.
Oh, c'est si beau. Va-t-on vraiment l'activer?
This must be where all the wishes end up.
Ah oui, tous les
What's
wishes.
this?
A playback device for the wish canisters. It appears wishes from each room could be sorted and consolidated onto master canisters.
Oh, c'est beau.
Just static.
The recording is too deteriorated for standard playback.
Putain, y'a des
You'll
tubes de
need to
partout.
rebuild the recording with your altered comm device.
T'inquiète.
Each tube must connect with a room in the settlement. Ah.
Oui, bonjour. What the heck? Ok, très bien. Oh,
One of the blocks is missing. Looks like it was ripped out.
en effet. Je peux réutiliser le levier? Merde, ça va le remonter? Ah oui, merde. Donc il faudrait pas que... Merde. Non, 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 je veux réutiliser le levier, pardon. Ok. Non, je peux pas. Ah non, je peux pas. Ah. Let's go.
Well, it's been over 30 years since I made a wish of my own. It's the same one as always. I wish it'd come back to us. I'd also like to wish for your forgiveness, Grace. I know the place above is your domain, and we ought not enter. But I've decided going up there is the only way to get you back, and I have to give it a shot. I won't be sending this wish up with all the others. I'm going to leave it here for anyone else who might come along. And if they do manage to bring you back, they can tell you Everett says hello, and that he truly believed you were a beautiful thing.
Okay.
So, Everett had a way into the processor room.
That would have been strictly forbidden.
The room is directly above, but I don't detect an obvious way in.
Maybe he wished himself up there?
If that works, I will gladly shut myself down.
Do it, Addie. Make a wish.
As last resort, pal.
Ok. Face à ça tout de suite. Du coup, on a envie de monter, mais fais-moi monter plus vite, bordel.
Where are you going, Addie?
Just looking around.
Yes.
Is this a theremin?
It is a 35th century reproduction of a 29th century Kellogg theremin.
I used to play one as a kid.
Theremin, c'est parce que...
Hated those lessons.
Oh, c'est un lit, ça.
Decent sized bed. You think keepers ever had partners?
Are you considering your prospects? I'd suggest
Oh.
they are not good.
Is this a lavatory?
It is indeed.
Is this anything special?
It is a light, and there is nothing behind it. Are you looking for secret passageways?
Maybe. He didn't keep much in the way of personal items.
As keeper, he would have want of nothing.
Can't say I'd feel the same after a few years.
Ah ouais. Ben voilà, voilà, hein. Je vais te dire. J'aimerais bien faire redescendre ce machin. C'est le truc avec lequel je peux interagir en vrai. Salut à tous. On va aller sur le côté, ici non plus.
Don't suppose Everett crawled in here.
The cavity would be big enough to contain an average human.
Ah bah voilà.
There's really no telling what would happen if you rolled that up.
But it has to be the way he got up there.
Exactement.
Makes sense.
The space above is the domain of grace. It is not for you to enter.
What else is there for me to do here?
You can carry out your duty as keeper of the spire.
Jamais de la vie.
On the console, there is a button that will activate a beacon to call the masses back to this place. I have armed the mechanism. You need only push the button.
Non.
Human hands will usher in a new golden age.
Non. Let's go.
This is not allowed, Addie.
On s'en fout.
Need to know.
Keep your hands inside at all times, Addie.
Exact. Attention. Oh. YouTube. A tout de suite pour la suite. Bisous. Et mets un pouce bleu. Évidemment.